15 black athletes with white wives that will shock you. Michael Jordan. Tiger Woods or Charles Barkley are shocking names associated with turbulent interracial marriages, earth-shattering scandals, and the quiet sacrifices behind the glamour. You will be shocked to hear their stories about the price of fame, betrayal, and the power of true love in a world full of temptations. We are our memory vault, your companion in this video. This video is designed to be your companion, suitable for you to enjoy during moments of rest at cozy family dinners or while doing light housework. All information in this video has been carefully researched and distilled from multiple sources by the Our Memory Vault team. However, knowledge is endless. If there are any details you would like to contribute, please do not hesitate to leave a comment below so we can improve every day. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and turn on notifications to be the first to watch our latest videos. Now, let us begin right away with our first figures. Michael Jordan and Yvette Prieto. When mentioning Michael Jordan, we often immediately think of an uncrowned king of world basketball, a billionaire with a relentless competitive will on the court. However, his love life once went through a massive shock. After ending his first marriage with a record-breaking settlement of up to $168 million, many fans believed this legend, born in 1963, would close the doors to his heart, choosing a luxurious single life to protect his enormous fortune. However, destiny changed in 2008 when he accidentally met Yvette Prieto, a former model of Cuban descent who is 16 years his junior. Their relationship initially faced immense skepticism from the public. People speculated about the age gap, the cultural differences, and even financial motives. Overcoming all the whispers of the media, the couple still quietly built a deep connection, staying away from the flashes of the paparazzi. Their lavish wedding in 2013 in Florida was not just an event gathering the elite, but also a firm affirmation of a serious love. The fact that Yvette gave birth to twin girls breathed a new life into the world of a man who seemingly had everything, yet always carried a sense of loneliness at the peak of his success. Yvette did not choose to flaunt her status as the wife of a billionaire. On the contrary, she brought Michael a peaceful home, a place where he did not have to wear the cape of a great superstar. From the perspective of our memory vault, Michael Jordan's story is the clearest evidence that the most powerful men ultimately only seek a simple peace. When one has passed the peak of their youth and brilliant glory, what a mature man needs is not the cheers from the stands, but a woman who is willing to listen and understand. Yvette Prieto skillfully filled the void in the basketball legend's soul, reminding us that love in one's twilight years, even if late, still carries a calm and incredibly solid beauty. If you think losing hundreds of millions of dollars in a divorce was the biggest shock, wait until you hear the globally shocking story of betrayal from our very next figure. Tiger Woods and Ellen Nordegren. Perhaps rare is a story in modern sports history that brings as much regret and shock as the marriage of golf legend Tiger Woods and former Swedish model Ellen Nordegren. In the early years of the 21st century, they were the absolute symbol of perfection. A black sports superstar with exceptional talent, possessing a radiant smile and billion-dollar contracts, walking alongside a wife with elegant Nordic beauty and two well-behaved children. They created a model family picture that any American would desire. Ellen, from a former nanny, stepped back behind the scenes, becoming a solid rear guard so Tiger could focus on conquering prestigious major tournaments. However, the illusion of a perfect family shattered on Thanksgiving night in 2009. The whole world was stunned when the curtain of secrets was lifted, bringing a series of reports about the systematic betrayal of a husband who seemed to be the most exemplary. A media storm surrounded Ellen, scrutinizing her every expression and action. In her darkest moment, when a woman's self-esteem was trampled before the eyes of billions of people, Ellen chose to face it with immense pride. She did not scream in the media, nor did she participate in interview programs to smear her ex-husband for money. Instead, she maintained absolute silence, protected the privacy of her children, accepted a fair divorce settlement, and quietly rebuilt her life, even graduating from college with a degree in psychology many years later. Our Memory Vault believes that Ellen Nordegren's story is a valuable lesson about a woman's dignity when facing marital tragedy. The downfall of Tiger Woods not only exposed the immense pressure of fame, but also revealed the inherent weaknesses in human nature. This marriage reminds us, especially those who have passed the halfway mark of their lives, that no perfection is eternal. Sometimes the greatest respect we can show for a broken relationship is how we walk away from it with our heads held high and keeping the peace for ourselves. Charles Barkley and Maureen Blumhardt. If you frequently watch basketball commentary programs, you are likely familiar with a loud, outspoken Charles Barkley, who always has controversial statements and is never afraid of a clash. However, completely contrary to his image as a rebel on television, his married life is one of the most carefully kept and enduring secrets in American sports. Going back to the late 1980s, when Barkley rose to become a bright star in Philadelphia, he accidentally met Maureen Blumhardt, a former model and legal aid worker at a restaurant. Their love blossomed amidst an American social context that still harbored incredibly heavy prejudices against interracial relationships. The public pressure at that time was so severe that the couple had to make a very difficult decision: keep their love an absolute secret. When they married in 1989, there were no press flashes, no lavish parties drawing the attention of thousands, but only a small ceremony witnessed by judicial authorities. Even for many years afterward, Maureen rarely appeared with her husband at red carpet events or major games. She chose to remain hidden quietly, raising their only daughter and leaving the spotlight for her husband. That silent sacrifice helped Charles Barkley avoid unnecessary psychological pressure from public opinion. Looking back at their journey of more than 30 years together, our memory vault notices a beautiful paradox: the loudest man in America possesses the quietest marriage. Overcoming barriers of skin color and the pressure of fame, their love proves that true happiness does not need to be shown off to the whole world. For viewers who have experienced many ups and downs in marriage, the story of Charles and Maureen is a powerful affirmation. Understanding tolerance and knowing how to create a safe boundary to protect the family are the golden keys that help love endure through the years. A quiet marriage, lasting more than 30 years amidst a storm of public opinion, is truly admirable. But what if an impulsive superstar decides to get married and then annul the marriage in a mere 9 days? That mystery will be revealed right after this. Dennis Rodman and Carmen Electra. Speaking of the 90s, no one can forget Dennis Rodman, the greatest bad boy in basketball history, with his brightly dyed hair, numerous tattoos, and a reckless, carefree lifestyle. At the peak of his fame with the Chicago Bulls, Rodman was like a magnet, attracting all kinds of controversy. The most shocking event in his personal life was his sudden meeting and hasty marriage to Carmen Electra, a top Hollywood sex symbol at the time, through the television series Baywatch. The union between a rebellious black sports superstar and a white bombshell created a media earthquake, becoming prime material for tabloids worldwide. Their marriage began with an incredibly impulsive decision after a drunken night in the gambling capital of Las Vegas in late 1998. With no thorough understanding and no solid foundation, their relationship was built on the fleeting euphoria of the moment wine and glamorous lights. Just as many predicted, a fire that burns too brightly burns out very quickly. A mere 9 days after exchanging vows, Dennis Rodman filed to annul the marriage, citing an unsound mind, although they later tried to reconcile and maintained the relationship for a few more months. This marriage ultimately collapsed completely amidst the embarrassment and exhaustion of both sides. From the perspective of the creators at our memory vault, the fleeting romance between Rodman and Electra is the truest reflection of the dark side of celebrity culture. When people are swept into the vortex of money, fame, and the illusions of Hollywood, they can easily confuse physical passion with true love. This story leaves us with a profound contemplation. No matter how wealthy or famous you are, a marriage lacking sacrifice, understanding, and a foundation of responsibility will forever remain a short-lived play, shining briefly before quickly sinking into oblivion. Derek Jeter and Hannah Jeter. Derek Jeter, the legendary captain of the New York Yankees baseball club, was once dubbed the most eligible and sought-after bachelor in American sports. Throughout his illustrious 20-year career, he not only won 5 World Series championships, but was also known for his extremely strict principle of privacy. He had dated numerous famous actresses, singers, and beauty queens, but no beauty could make this giant decide to settle down. The public at the time believed that the captain had practically married baseball and would never agree to start a family. Then Hannah Davis, a beautiful young model, entered his life and completely changed the trajectory of a man who seemed untetherable. Hannah's arrival was not loud, but incredibly steadfast. Since their marriage in 2016, Derek Jeter's life turned to a new page where stadium lights gave way to the warmth of family. Hannah bravely put aside her modeling career at its peak, choosing a secluded life and limiting her social media use to protect her home from the toxic scrutiny of the media. In return, Derek transformed from a stoic athlete into an exemplary father of 4, frequently sharing his joy of changing diapers and dropping the kids off at school. Together, they built a private world where their children could grow up normally, unshaped by the immense shadow of their famous father. Our Memory Vault views the Jeter family's marriage as a modern, yet incredibly realistic fairy tale. It proves that when a man truly matures and finds his peaceful haven, he is ready to set aside the glory of the past. In an era where many celebrities use their families to polish their image, Hannah and Derek's choice to step into the background to protect their children is a highly respectable action. It reminds us that the greatest achievement in a person's life is sometimes not the shining medals, but a peaceful home to return to when evening falls. Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is currently the most brilliant face of the NFL, a superstar with nerves of steel on the field. Yet behind the glamour of his Super Bowl championships, his love story possesses an incredibly simple beauty. Patrick chose to stay with Brittany, his close girlfriend from high school. Their love was forged through the years of their youth, surviving a challenging period of long-distance dating when each pursued a separate college path before he truly reached the pinnacle of fame. When Patrick became the center of attention, Brittany was reluctantly drawn into the ruthless vortex of the media. Every expression or post of hers was dissected and attacked by public opinion. Facing that wave, Patrick resolutely protected the woman of his life with a decisive attitude. In his mind, she is his wife, not someone else's wife, and no one has the right to trample on the person who has shared his hardships since their humble beginnings. This absolute protection proves the true character of a real man amidst the storms of public scrutiny. The Our Memory Vault team finds that the high school romance of the Mahomes family is truly precious. Their love was not built on the foundation of fame, but based on understanding from the days when they had nothing. For older audiences, Patrick's steadfastness is vivid proof showing that the most enduring happiness always stems from those willing to hold our hands through every challenge, protecting each other from the harsh judgments of the world. Aaron Judge and Samantha Braxik. Next on the list is Aaron Judge, the great captain of the New York Yankees baseball club. Owning a historic contract worth hundreds of millions of dollars, Aaron could easily step into glamorous relationships with silver screen stars. However, the heart of this giant belongs only to Samantha Braxik, an ordinary girl and also his high school sweetheart. They walked quietly beside each other through the years of their youth, from when he was just an unknown teenager until he became a great sports symbol for all of America. What stunned the public the most was the absolute secrecy of this couple. Without flashy photos on the red carpet, without boasting about a luxurious life on social media, they chose to protect their love with tranquility. Their wedding took place privately in Hawaii, completely absent of the media. Samantha did not care about the title of a superstar's wife. She chose to become a solid pillar of support in the background, helping Aaron maintain mental balance in a professional sports environment fraught with pressure and fierce competition. From the perspective of Our Memory Vault, in an era where relationships are often turned into tools to polish one's name, the authenticity of Aaron and Samantha is highly admirable. Their story touches the hearts of audiences who cherish traditional family values. Loyalty and staying attached to the one who was by your side before fame even knocked on the door is the core of a true home, proving that money can never change the essence of a genuine and pure love. Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian. The marriage between former basketball star Lamar Odom and the beautiful Khloe Kardashian was another storm full of turbulence. They walked down the aisle after only a short month of knowing each other. The union between an NBA champion and a member of America's most controversial family immediately caused a shockwave. Initially, audiences witnessed a life filled with pink hues and luxury through the camera lens, where every most private aspect of their married life was laid bare for millions of viewers in a raw manner. However, behind that perfect facade, Lamar had to bear a massive psychological burden. The pressure from public opinion caused him to fall into a mental crisis and face extremely serious health issues. The climax of the tragedy was when Lamar collapsed hospitalized in a life-threatening condition. In that fragile moment of life and death, despite being in the process of a divorce, Khloe decided to pause the legal paperwork, staying by his hospital bed to care for him and help him pass through the most difficult gate of death in his life. Our Memory Vault believes this is a profound lesson about the price of rushing and living too much under the spotlight. For the mature generation of viewers, this incident serves as a reminder of the importance of a solid marital foundation. Even though their ending could not be perfect, Khloe's righteous action during a time of distress shows that even in the most damaged relationships, humanity and tolerance are always present to uplift each other in times of despair. Bubba Wallace and Amanda Wallace. Entering the fast-paced world of NASCAR. Bubba Wallace carries a heavy responsibility on his shoulders. As a rare, prominent black driver, he constantly has to face incredibly immense invisible pressures. Fortunately, accompanying him is Amanda Wallace. They knew each other from their high school years, lost touch, and then accidentally reconnected when Bubba's career was making transitional steps. Amanda is not just a decorative presence by the racetrack, but she is the solid anchor keeping his mind balanced. When Bubba spoke up for the community and faced fierce opposition from harsh public opinion, he fell into a state of severe mental exhaustion. Right during that dark period, Amanda played an irreplaceable role. She patiently stayed by his side, helping him recognize the psychological issues that were holding him back and advising him to seek peace. Their wedding on the last day of the year is proof of a love forged through fire, rising strongly from the harshest prejudices of society and the media. The Our Memory Vault team deeply appreciates the resilience of this couple. Married life is not always about sharing moments of glory, but also about guiding each other through the darkness of despair. For those who have tasted the storms of life, this story is truly inspiring. It affirms the extraordinary power of empathy when a life partner is willing to stay, listen, and support the other in winning the most arduous psychological battles. Chris Bosh and Adrian Bosh. Chris Bosh was once an indispensable part of the Miami Heat empire, dedicating himself to bringing home prestigious championships. He met Adrian at a charity event, and they quickly built a fulfilling home with 5 children. Looking from the outside, their life seemed like a perfect dream, with a peak career, massive wealth, and respect. Everyone thought they would gently enjoy that glory forever, but fate brought an incredibly harsh and heartbreaking test. At the peak of his career, Chris suddenly discovered a critical illness, forcing him to permanently end his playing career at the age of 31. He even experienced a terrifying health incident right at home, directly threatening his life. In that moment of imminent danger, it was Adrian's calmness and timely reaction that saved him. She gave up the glamorous aura of a superstar's wife, becoming a solid pillar, patiently helping her husband to overcome the shock of losing his career and finding meaning in a completely new life. Our Memory Vault assesses this as the truest illustration of the vow in sickness and in health. With audiences entering middle age, we all understand that health is the most fragile thing, and fame can vanish in the blink of an eye. Chris's marriage is a brilliant testament to the steadfast bond between husband and wife. It shows that the core value of a home does not lie in a shining trophy, but in the person who is ready to tightly hold our hand across the boundary of life and death. Paul George and Daniela George. Paul George, one of the most talented and well-rounded stars of the NBA, once went through a horrifying incident that seemed to have permanently ended his peak playing career. When he was in the prime of his form, an extremely severe injury in 2014 left global audiences in shock and sorrow. Right in that darkest and most desperate period, the presence of Daniela Rajic became the ray of light that saved his life. She was not only a beautiful girlfriend, but also showed tremendous bravery by firmly facing adversity, single-handedly caring for their newborn child, while guiding Paul through agonizing and incredibly arduous days of physical rehabilitation. Daniela's quiet sacrifice helped Paul George gradually regain his confidence step by step, returning to the court and continuing to assert his status as a superstar. More notably, Daniela did not rely on her husband's immense wealth or resounding fame. She independently built her own fashion brand, affirming the value of a modern woman. Their romantic wedding at an ancient villa in Italy is a well-deserved reward for the tireless efforts of both proving an enduring love that overcomes the harshest of adversities. From the perspective of our memory vault, this story brings extremely valuable reflections on resilience in marriage. In a life full of unexpected variables, we understand even more that a true life partner is not someone who only arrives when we are in glory, but someone who is willing to stay and pick up the broken pieces when we fall. Behind Paul George's spectacular return to the basketball court is the forgiving, patient, and highly resilient shadow of a wonderful woman in the background. Golden Tate and Elise Tate. Golden Tate was once a renowned wide receiver in the NFL, famous for his powerful bursts of speed and a prestigious championship ring. However, his brilliant career was once overshadowed by a toxic and most shocking rumor in the sports world. Public opinion at the time spread baseless accusations claiming that Tate was the cause of the marital breakdown of a famous teammate. Even though he spoke up to deny all the fabrications, the storm of criticism from the media and the anonymous crowds on social networks did not stop attacking, threatening to destroy everything he had worked so hard to build. In that time of distress, Elise Pollard, his devoted girlfriend, showed a faith as solid as a rock. Despite enduring immense pressure from malicious gossip herself, Elise never wavered or let go. Instead of making noisy statements in the press, she chose to quietly stand by him, giving him all her love to help Golden Tate get through his darkest period. Their wedding, overflowing with happiness in Mexico, was the firmest answer to the detractors, shattering all doubts and proving the innocence of a decent man. The Our Memory Vault team asserts that the journey of Golden Tate's family is vivid proof of the power of trust in love. At an age where you have experienced many ups and downs, you likely agree that in a society where baseless rumors can easily destroy a person's dignity, having someone who completely trusts you is an invaluable blessing. Elise taught us a profound lesson. True love always comes with absolute understanding. It creates a solid fortress, shielding the home from all storms of scandal. Eric Kendricks and Allie Kendricks. Let us move on to Eric Kendricks, the renowned defensive star of the NFL, and his talented wife, Allie. Their love is a beautiful romance novel of youth blossoming in 2013 when they were both students sharing a college campus. Not meeting through lavish parties, their affection was nurtured through the days of sharing academic pressures and rigorous sports training. This wonderful story reminds us of the beauty of authentic romances originating in 2013, where schoolmates gradually understood each other and became soulmates for life. Their journey was not entirely paved with roses, especially when facing a highly challenging long-distance relationship due to the nature of professional sports. However, geographic distance only highlighted the intense connection in their souls. Waiting and trust became precious baggage for them to together overcome injuries or the immense mental pressures that athletes must endure. Their fulfilling wedding is a testament showing that patience always brings well-deserved, complete, and romantic fruits, much like a celebration of love walking down the aisle in the beautiful weather of February. From the perspective of Our Memory Vault, the marriage of Eric and Allie conveys a profoundly deep message. For those of you who have walked through many stages of life, we all understand that love blossoming from humble beginnings always carries a strangely pure and lasting quality. Empathy from the days of sitting together on school benches, the courage to, together, overcome the exhausting challenges of distance is the most solid foundation. It turns marriage not just into a piece of paper, but truly into an eternal, peaceful haven. Dennis Schroeder and Ellen Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder. The outstanding German basketball star has always been known for his fast-paced, confident, and highly aggressive play style on the NBA court. Behind that image of a warrior who never backs down is a loyal heart dedicated to Ellen, the woman who entered his life when they were both only 14 years old. Their love is not a fleeting romance of superstars, but a deep, rustic, and sincere attachment nurtured from the peaceful hometown streets in faraway Germany long before fame and wealth came knocking. The biggest storm hit them in 2021 when Dennis made a misguided decision regarding a financial contract. Rejecting a lucrative deal turned him into a laughingstock across headlines. He had to endure the most bitter mockery from international public opinion, a pressure that could crush any man's self-esteem. In that embarrassing moment, Ellen bravely stood out to shield her husband. She did not blame him, nor did she care about the loss of tens of millions of dollars. She protected her husband's honor, affirming that money is never the sole measure of a person's value and future. The Our Memory Vault team highly respects Ellen's bravery. The story of the Schroeder family brings a realistic and profound perspective to the audience. In married life, especially after many years together, everyone occasionally stumbles or makes wrong decisions. The value of a wonderful life partner does not lie in how much wealth they get to enjoy, but in how they behave when we fall into the abyss of disappointment. Ellen proved that true love is the strongest shield in life. Gael Monfils and Alina Svitolina. Closing our list today is one of the most beautiful and touching couples in the tennis world, Gael Monfils and Alina Svitolina. Gael, the French tennis player, famous for his elegant playing style and radiant smile, fell in love with Alina, the talented Rose from Ukraine. Their love initially carried incredibly bright colors, a perfect combination between two stars who always supported and pushed each other on the international stage. However, their married life quickly faced a severely harsh mental test of global current events. When unexpected turmoil erupted in her homeland of Ukraine, Alina fell into a state of severe psychological breakdown. She constantly worried for the safety of her family and compatriots, leaving her competitive spirit completely exhausted. Facing his wife's heartbreaking pain, Gael Monfils made a highly noble decision. He voluntarily stepped back temporarily, putting aside his personal ambitions on the tennis court to become a solid support system like a fortress for Alina. He cared for her through months of anxious pregnancy, accompanied his wife's tears, helped her safely give birth to their daughter, and triumphantly return at the prestigious Wimbledon tournament. Our Memory Vault believes that the story of Gael and Alina has transcended the boundaries of ordinary sports romance, touching upon profound humanitarian values. For older audiences, we understand even more that the upheavals of the times are unpredictable. In the most uncertain moments of fate, marital love is not just about sharing joy, but also about shouldering each other's pain. Gael Monfils truly exemplifies the healing power of a noble and self-sacrificing love. Closing today's journey, we see that behind the glamorous fame and public gossip, true love, tolerance, and quiet sacrifice are the core values that sustain a home. Our Memory Vault wishes you moments of true joy, warmth, and abundant love alongside your family. If you enjoyed this video, please press the subscribe button. Like and turn on the notification bell so you are always the first to watch our upcoming stories. Goodbye, and see you again.